Last week, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Diana Atwine, held a Zoom meeting with the pre-medical interns who had held a number of protests calling for an end of their delayed deployment into hospitals and other health facilities as part of their training.
Everybody must be deployed with pay because we deserve it.
During the meeting, Dr. Atwine announced that the Ministry of Health had agreed that the pre-medical interns who can afford to sustain themselves proceed to the hospitals for placement as the ministry awaits the allocation of funds from the government. Dr. Atwine explained that they were forced to moot that proposal so as not to waste any more time since the pre-interns had remained underpaid for over 1 year.
Requesting to be allowed to start internship at their own cost to avoid further loss of time. The Ministry of Health observed that the delayed deployment of the medical interns has distorted internship cycles, given that there are other students who are about to graduate from the various medical schools, and these will also compete for the same training facilities.
According to Dr. Atwine, when the government finally releases money, the ministry will fund the pre-medical interns who would have spent their own money for internship placement. Now, a group of pre-medical interns have filed an application against the Ministry of Health for failure to deploy them and what they called the discriminatory policy of offering internship to those who can afford. A pre-medical intern doctor, Judith Nalokwago, explained that without doing internship at a hospital, no intern can get a practicing license from the Ministry of Health. Internship is also a key requirement for a medic to pursue further studies to higher levels.
A medical license is what can allow us to go and get employed anywhere we want, whether in government, whether in private, whether in other organizations. But without the license, we cannot do that. Then you know that also advancing in our medical field, in education, we have to have done internship. So we cannot get employed at this stage, and we cannot also advance in our studies at this stage. So we are at home, very redundant, very worried, very discouraged that we did these medical courses for 5 years, and we are now useless Ugandans just seated there.
She added that they were forced to petition court to challenge the creeping discrimination and the violation of their rights to employment.
So we are here in court on grounds of, one, discrimination between rich and poor. Number two is the discrimination in terms of education. You cannot advance in our education. And also they are infringing on our right to employment because, you know, Article 40 provides that everyone should practice their profession or they should get involved in any business as long as it's legal.
Ronald Ewalu, the lawyer representing the pre-medical interns, says that they filed the application seeking leave of court for a representative order of his clients. Thereafter, they will seek different orders on other parties, including the Ministry of Health, to perform their role as mandated.
The first application seeking for the leave of court to give us that representative order for the representatives that have been chosen by the various medical students to represent them. Thereafter, we shall be filing subsequent suits where we shall be seeking for declaratory orders and some orders that are instructing the responsible parties, like Ministry of Health, to do what they're mandated to do according to deployment of the medical pre-interns.
The pre-medical interns have held a series of demonstrations calling on the Ministry of Health to deploy them.